guys, welcome back to my channel. Today's video is my Shop My Stash or bi-monthly makeup basket for February. This is a Valentine's Day edition, so I'm going to be pulling more products than I normally do, but I'm just going to start off by going through what I was using the last time, putting them away, and then we'll go from there. So if you're interested in seeing that, then just keep watching. Okay guys, so I'm just going to start pulling things out from here, and this is my project pan and everyday makeup basket. What are you doing, kitty? So everything I'm working on at one time is in here. So the first thing I'm going to pull out that was in my Shop My Stash was this. This is the Glow Recipe Watermelon Niacinamide Dewdrops. This was new to my collection. I didn't purchase this. I'm going to have a video coming up about everything I've purchased, low buy, all that kind of stuff. But anyway, this was my first week, 2 weeks using it. I really liked it. It's super expensive and I really liked it. It wasn't glittery. So for the record, I have put it on my face before makeup. I haven't tried mixing it in with foundation, but I really loved it. It was so nice. It was it had a slight watermelon scent, not overpowering, and it didn't have an artificial watermelon scent either, which I find is relevant. But I loved this and I'm so happy I got to use it. I put it on every single time I did my makeup. I loved it. So that's the first product. What's for foundation? So for foundation, I was working on this Laura Mercier Flawless Lumiere Radiance Perfecting Foundation in the shade 2C1 Ecro, and this was also new, but I had purchased this with a voucher, so my money didn't go on it. This is the second lightest shade, and I don't know if you can see here, but it's way too dark for my skin tone. 3 of the times that I wore this, I actually wore this all over my face with no lighter foundation mixed in, just to see what would happen. Yes, it was darker than my skin tone, but not too much off my neck. So I was able to put bronzer around my neck area and it actually matched quite well. Now, if I was literally going anywhere, I probably would mix it. But for the purposes of that, it was actually fine. I went out into natural light. I find if you look in the, you know, in your car, the mirror that you pull down, the wind, the sun visor? What do you call that? I find that's the most vicious mirror known to man. I looked in that mirror and it actually looked pretty well match-wise, even though it was too dark. And then every other time I mixed it into a lighter foundation. One day I'm going to purchase this in the lightest shade and see what the story is, because I loved it. I loved it. It was so nice. It was like this medium coverage. It had this luminous finish. I'm oily and it wasn't falling off my face. It was so nice. Then for concealer, what was I working on for concealer? This one, which was also new, and that was in the Chemist. So this is the e.l.f. Flawless Concealer, and it's in the shade Fair Rose. It's not a very accessible brand over here, and this is the only concealer that I saw. I didn't see the ones that I see people on YouTube having, like the Hydrate, is that what it's called? But this was beautiful. I loved this. I wore this every single time that I did my makeup and I loved it. It didn't sit into my eye wrinkles, like under my eye. It didn't sit in there and seep in. It just smoothed it out over it. It was a medium coverage. I wouldn't go so far as to say full. The colour was actually really perfect considering I didn't know. So I'm happy with the shade that I picked. Loved the finish. It was like hydrating, I suppose, finish. And it stayed on like all day. Now there's only 2.5 mils in it, which I feel is relevant to point out because I didn't know that before buying it. But I loved this, really happy with it. For blush, I had brought in, well, for powder brush, I bought in this BH Cosmetics Floral Blush Duo Cheek Color in Caribbean Coral. Cruelty free. Got this from Elaine and it's absolutely stunning, isn't it? Look at the embossing on that. Yes. So this is a matte blush, in my opinion. You can see little specks of glitter. I don't know if you can on the camera, but it doesn't show up on the face. I tried the two colors separately and I tried them mixed together. They're absolutely beautiful. It's so stunning. I was really happy. I wore this a considerable amount of time and I really enjoyed it. Very surprising. It was pigmented, but it wasn't too pigmented. I find that's a very personal preference, but for me, I generally don't like blushes that are too pigmented because I end up just having to powder over it. And if I'm going for a luminous finish that day, I really don't want to have to do that, but I really enjoyed this too. Then I also pulled in a cream blush, and this was the Fenty Cheeks Out in the shade Rosé Latte. It's a smaller pan. I use my blush. I use this sponge here and I just dab it on. Beautiful, absolutely beautiful. Loved this. This is absolutely fantastic. I could happily keep wearing this and pan the crap out of it. That's how much I loved it. I absolutely, it's so easy to blend, guys. So easy to blend. It doesn't it taps down onto your skin. Pigmented, but not too pigmented. If you go a little bit, too much, it's so easy to blend out. And it's one of those blushes that was so, generally, I would wear foundation on my face and then I'd put cream blush on top. And then I might go in with a powder blush. This was so beautiful that I didn't want to put anything on top of it. I loved using this. I'm actually shockingly impressed by this. For bronzer, I had, not this, I used this magnetic pan, but I had rolled in this Hoola Light Bronzer. Soz, guys, my face. Don't think anyone wants to see that today. It's beautiful. I loved this. Just shows how fair I am, because before I was like, this is like way too yellow and pale. Like before, it used to not be a bronzer and just like a yellow face powder. That's what it felt like. So it must have been a more summery time. Now it's like a perfect bronzer for my skin tone. It's not too easy to mess it up, if you get what I'm saying. It's so beautiful, so blendable. I forgot how gorgeous these are. I panned a full Hoola, not the Hoola Light before, and it took me nearly 2 years, to be quite honest with you. Like once I got pan, it took me about 14 or 15 months of using that bronzer on its own to finish in the box. This is beautiful. I'm kind of sad to put that away as well. And that was like a favorite. Like I loved that. For highlighter, I rolled in this Ofra highlighter in Pillow Talk. This is quite gorgeous. However, it's so, look at that. It doesn't even look like I used it, and I use it every single time. It is extremely icy, which is something I'm going to have to get used to again, because I ended up mixing this with my Project Pan highlighter, which is the Champagne Pop. It is gorgeous. It is very intense. I did see someone say it doesn't accentuate texture. It does. For me, it accentuates texture. I have this little texture bump on my cheek that I just cannot see when I have no makeup on, but this accentuated it a lot more than the Becca one. It is so stunning, but it's just very icy. So I actually really liked it. I'm starting to come round to it. This liquid lipstick, this is my first ever Ofra liquid lip, and it's in the shade Miami Fever. And I got this recently as well. Well, when I say recently, I mean before Christmas, but it arrived in January. This is my first Ofra liquid lips. This is probably the best liquid lipstick formula that I've ever tried so far. I have tried quite a few different brands of liquid lipsticks now at this point, and it's just phenomenal. Like, it is not like a liquid lipstick. When I hear the word liquid lipstick, I hear, uh-oh, too dry, I'm going to need a gloss. This is long wearing, but not as long wearing as a regular liquid lipstick. It is a little bit transfer-ish. I find with regular liquid lipsticks, they're just like, they don't transfer. This does a bit. It's kind of like a slightly drier version of a lipstick that lasts way longer, and it's really comfortable. And it's the shade, I have it on literally in every single video, and I suppose I've done a lot of eyeshadow looks I'll be including in my eyeshadow pan that palette, but every single look I wore this lipstick, and I'll be showing you some looks later for my eyeshadow palette portion. I wouldn't be surprised if I ended up getting another colour one day very, very far in the future, because I have plenty. For face powder, I rolled in this Hourglass Ambient Lighting Edit, and I rolled in the two face powders here on the top, here and here. I don't know if you can see, guys, but that's starting to flatten out, this one here, do you think? Well, I don't know if you can see, but it totally is. Like, look at that. No, you can't see, can you? Look at that versus the blush. It totally is. I have used this palette, I think 67 times, not in the last update, obviously, but I've been tracking the uses on this since I purchased it, and I think we're at 67. Still think the formula is beautiful. Absolutely hate with a passion the pan size. It's just so unnecessary. I would purchase an Hourglass product, but I would definitely purchase it in an individual compact. That's what I would do. This product is another one I had in, and this, I was like, is this a liquid lipstick or what is this? This is the MAC of Amplify in the shade Tuned In. I would call this a category unique to this product. I've never seen anything like this before. This is the formula of a lip gloss and the pigmentation of a lipstick. It's the most unique, beautiful thing ever. So it's like a lipstick gloss hybrid all in one. It's extremely pigmented. It's absolutely beautiful. It's like you skip a step entirely. It's just lipstick, lip gloss. No, it's just, there you go, all in the one. So beautiful. I'm really impressed by it. I don't think they sell these anymore, but I would love if this was a thing. I wonder, I mean, maybe it is with some other brands, but I've never seen it. Loved it. Totally loved it. Is there anything else in here? This I actually did not use because I was just, I don't want to spoil anything, but I finished a product that'll be in my upcoming project pan, and that is why. So I'm actually going to leave this one in. So we won't be rolling in a primer. What else is in here? No, they're already in projects. Is there anything else? No. I think that's everything. Oh yeah, and then for eyeshadow, I rolled in the Orange You Glad. You know I've used it more than 5 times when this is off. So here's what the palette looks like. So the first look I actually used was this shade here in Squeeze Me. I find that I'm terrible at getting photos of looks, but these looked stunning in person. I used this in the first look with these 2 mattes here, and they're absolutely, I used every single shade in this palette this time. They're absolutely stunning. And then the second look, I used this one down here in Tangerine Dreams, and I also used the mattes again. And I think when in the photos they looked literally the same, but in real life they looked totally different. Stunning, stunning. And in the third look I used this pressed glitter in the shade Clementine, but I had used the matte orange from my Pan That palette as a base, and I put that on top, and it's stunning, guys. Okay, so that's all the products I had in. I'm going to put all these away, and then let's go pick some things for a Valentine's Day. I'm going to pick way more products. Okay, guys, first drawer time. If you hear any purring, it's your one purring away. So for primers this time, I got this from Ashley. I will link her channel because she's an absolute babe, personality-wise and appearance-wise. She's a beauty all around. I want to try this. Is this the, yes, I can't wait. This is the First Light priming filter from Becca. I've like heard everyone talk about this and I've been so curious about it. I can't wait. So that's coming out. For concealer, what will I do for concealer? Because I'm panning one now, and I like a heavy duty one, and I don't want to like take away from it too much. But yeah, we'll bring in this Revolution Conceal and Define in the shade C1. This is a relatively new as well. However, I did not spend my own money on it, part of that voucher. So that's that. And then for here, for foundations, this one is new. I don't know if you're aware, but I had a really irritating experience. I ordered from Colourpop on Black Friday. The package went missing. They then subsequently resent this product and gave me a voucher for the remaining products with an expiry date of April, and it didn't include shipping, even though it was like, that was the most irritating thing ever considering it was my money. But anyway, this arrived, so it was purchased Black Friday, so it was part of 2020's expenditure. This is the Colourpop Pretty Fresh Hyaluronic Acid Tinted Moisturizer in the shade Fair 3W. I've never used it before. I saw it in so many people's favorites videos. I'm just really excited. I wonder what shade I am in this. Who knows? Like, I have pink undertones. I saw W and I saw N on their website, and well, I'm not neutral. I don't really understand, to be honest. So here we are. We're just going to try it and see what happens. I think it looks stunning. For powder, do I want to roll in a powder from here? I don't have any other powders that are in face palettes. You know what? I really should pull this in because I have not used it. This is the This is the Balm Sexy Mama, 7.08 grams. I bought this in 2020, and it was literally for 10 euros because I think they were getting rid of the balm out of that chemist. It is a anti-shine translucent powder, so I haven't actually even used it yet. So that's what it looks like, and I'm going to roll this in. From this drawer, I already have a primer pulled in. I actually am going to pull in this time. This is going to be for Valentine's Day, and kind of just, not for the day, but for this theme. This is in the shade Sunset Cove. I want to see, is this like a dupe for this Colourpop one here? Sorry guys, my boob. So I'm excited to pull this in. This is a Stila Glitter and Glow, or is it a Shimmer and Glow? Okay. Are you getting involved? Are you going to jump on the drawer? Oh my god, don't do it. She's going to do it. Vicious kitty. It's a Glitter and Glow. So we're pulling that in. I want to also pull a cream blush again, but I know I have a pinky one. So I'm going to pull in this Cool Berry. What is it? It is 09 Cool Berry from Fenty. I'll swatch all of these at the end if you're not already aware, but this is what we're going to pull in from this drawer. Okay guys, for lip, that's the mask. For lip products, let's pull in some things here. So I want to do a kind of a chopping block with this Sleek Matte Me in the shade Cinnamon Spice. So we're going to pull this in. So that's going to go here. And then is there anything kind of pink that I own and red? I know Elaine gave me like this kind of red one. So I'm going to pull in this Lancome one called, what is this called? 181 Red Stiletto. This is it here. So I'm going to pull that in. Also, do I own any pink type ones? I know that one of these is pink. Where is it? It is not Riot House, I don't think. I think it's this one. Dodgy Girl. Yeah, I think it's like similar to the Snob lipstick. So, oh, great. Great. So we're going to pull this one in as well from MAC. It's from the, oh my god. Get out of the drawer. Oh my god, I can't. Yeah, okay. Okay. So, sorry. This is going to be the Dodgy Girl. It's a matte lipstick from MAC. So that's being rolled in. She gets in the back of the drawer. I can't get her out. I think that's all the lip products I want to deal with today. I'm not really sure. Let me just have a quick, oh Lord. I have to get used to this. Well, there's pinks over there as well. Do I want to? Yeah, I do. You know, I do. I'm going to pull in this one here from Colourpop. This is in the shade Whistle Westy, and it's a matte. Oh my god, Kitty, come out. Right, I'm going to have to deal with this. Okay, she's out of the drawer and she's sitting behind me. I actually also want to pull in this one here. This is a Sleek Matte Me in the shade Lavender Crushed. And for gloss, I want to pull in this one here from Soap and Glory, the Sexy Mother Pucker in Plumps Up. Okay, so this is my blush, bronzer and highlighter drawer, the individual compacts. Please don't get into this drawer. And she's in. She cannot get to the back of this drawer. She just can't. She will find a way. Mother of God. I can do nothing with you in my life, can I? You cute little girl. Okay, so for blush, I want to pull in one that I have not literally worn. It's ridiculous how old this is and I haven't even worn it. This is the L'Oreal Le Blush, is it? In the shade 105 Rose. Here it is here. I think this would be perfect for this theme. I swatched it and it feels like such a nice formula. So, and it's kind of a unique blush shade to my collection. I actually own more peachy corals than anything else. So I'm really excited to pull this one in. Right, I have two blushes in now. I have a cream one and a powdery one. Now, so for bronzers this time, I want to pull in this one here. It's from Fenty. Or do I want to pull in? This is the Fenty powder bronzer in the shade In the Sun. So this is it here. I've only worn it a couple of times because obviously it came as part of that voucher. And I loved it that time. It was really similar to the Benefit Hula one in my opinion. Then for highlighter, something from the Valentines-ish theme. I think I'm going to pull in this one this time. This is in the shade Privilege from Nabla. And it's stunning and I actually love this. I love this. Kind of also going to pull in this other one here. This is in the shade, no, Star Island. This is the Ofra one in the shade Star Island. And I'm going to pull that in as well. So that's everything from this drawer. For face palettes, I don't think I want to pull in any this time because it's just too overwhelming. Now onto the eyeshadows. I'm just going to probably go a little bit mad on the eyeshadows. I was thinking about this and then I was like, you know what? I want to use all of that once for a look. So when it comes to Pat McGrath, this was a gift that I got from Christina Ann. I can't even express it to you guys. You already know, I've said it a million times. Is this the Divine Rose 2? I'll open this up. But I know I want to pull that one in for Valentine's Day theme. And this one, this is the Bye Bye Birdie. It's more from Colourpop. It's more of a purpley theme. But I wore this last year, I think, again, for this time of year. So I want to pull this in as well and use this for my Valentine's Day look. I think that's it for this drawer, and then I want to pull in two more palettes. So I have one more eyeshadow palette drawer and it's here, and I want to pull in, oh no, three more. Lord, I'm crazy this time. So I'm going to pull in this Orgasm X from NARS. Again, it was this gift that I received from her. So thoughtful. Look at that. I can't wait. I can't wait. It looks so stunning. Ah. And I'm like, is this Valentine's Day-ish? It's from Viseart. like it's a Petite Pro. Here is it here, and I feel like this could be Valentine's Day-ish as well. I'm going to pull it. My goal with all of these is to use them all at least once. I have 2 weeks to do that, but I also have to be using my Project Pan items. And then this one is another one I want to pull in, and I got this from Elaine. This is the Natasha Denona palette. Is it the cranberry? Yeah, it's the cranberry palette. So I'm excited to look at this one. Is the bigger of the ones. I'm really excited to use this. Look at that. Ooh, I can't wait. Okay guys, time for a bit of a swatch fest, and then we'll show you what the colors are basically, and then I'll put everything away. So here's my hand. So this first shade over here, this red one, is this Lancome matte, I think, lipstick in the shade 181 Red Stiletto. It says cream actually, never mind. Then this next shade here is the lavender, what's it called? Crushed lavender from Sleek, the Sleek Matte Me. I panned one of these before, but I didn't enjoy the formula, but we'll see. This next one here is also the Sleek Matte Me in the shade Cinnamon Spice. So that one is up. Then this purpley shade here is from MAC, the Kelly Osbourne collection. Is it the Kelly Osbourne collection? Or is it just the Osbourne collection? This is the Kelly one. But this is the matte in Dodgy Girl. This beautiful sparkly goddess of a shade is this Stila Glittering Glow in the shade Sunset Cove. Then this gloss here is my Sexy Mother Pucker in Plums Up from Soap and Glory. This beautiful shade here is the Fenty Cream Cheeks Out. This one here in the shade 09 Cool Berry. There's 3 grams in it. So stunning. That's it there. Then this hand over here. This is 2 highlighters and a bronzer. The Ophir highlighter in Star Island. That one here. That's this first shade here. For this next one here, I don't know if you can see it very well, but this is from Nabla and it's in the shade Privilege. I love this. I love this. I can't wait to use it again. I just love it so much. Love it. This bronzer here then is the matte bronzer from Fenty in the Sun. It's actually quite a big pan versus the Cheeks Out. It's 6.23 grams, so it's just over double the size. Beautiful. It's a matte bronzer though. I find I'm more into glowy, but I love this. So I'm happy with that. Look at this. This is just insanity, isn't it? This packaging probably costs more than my house. No, it doesn't. But you know what I mean? It's the most heaviest thing ever. I'm so excited to use it. Look at that weird shade over there and this one. Ooh. I can't wait. I can't wait. So now I'm going to put everything away. Okay guys, that was my video. That was a bit crazy for me and all over the place, but I'm getting used to it. There's a lot of products in here this time, but for the eyeshadow palettes, my goal is to use each of them at least once, because it's like Valentine's Day themed. So if you enjoyed this video, please do subscribe. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you the next time. Take care. Bye.